Hey, what's going on, Built by Bai Team? Thanks for checking out this week's Bendy stretch class. I got a really fun one today. Today we're going to be doing an advanced stretch class. So this is going to help us take it to the next level. So maybe, listen, for me, like some of these stretches were very challenging, and so it's okay if you're not in the perfect place. But if you feel like some of the classes have kind of been more very doable, let's try to up our game and try to incorporate some more advanced stretching. So the equipment you're going to need, you're going to need something that's going to mimic a PVC pipe. I have mine hanging out back here. Again, this one's kind of big, so it's going to be a little bit weird to use for some of the stretches, but you could use a broom, a mop handle, like something like that, just for a couple of the stretches, just for the ones I'll walk you through. But again, find a comfortable place to get stretching. We're going to be doing some seated positions, some ones laying down, standing up. So kind of be ready for like a big variety of stretches today. This is going to be like a new spin on class. So I'm so excited that you're here. But go ahead and find that comfortable place and let's get started. Alrighty, team, let's go ahead and get started. The first position we're going to be in, we're going to be laying on our stomach, and that PVC pipe is going to come into play. So we're going to, again, be laying on our stomach here, and we're going to have the PVC pipe above our arms, or above our head here. You're going to keep your forehead down. I'm not going to put my head down yet, or it's going to echo, but I want you to find a comfortable place for your hands that your arms are going to be able to go completely. We're going to do around the world. So let me go ahead and demonstrate one. Head's going to go down flat on the bench. We don't want any arch or like cranking on our neck. So finding that nice neutral position. Go ahead and lift. Work that way down to the low back and back over nice and slowly. So again, I'm like totally losing my voice. But I want you to give me about 5 total lifting, being really controlled within the motions, and then we'll come out of it. If it's too difficult, you can take your arms a little bit wider. The more advanced is the closer your hands get together. So go ahead and get those started. Throughout them, if you're able to work your hands in a little bit closer as you're getting more warm, go ahead and do that. Beautiful. Okay. Again, that one can be challenging, especially if this is going to be a heavier weight for you. So kind of play around with having something lightweight that you're going to be able to work. That's going to be a really good one for posture and kind of working a range of motion that we don't typically get a lot in our day-to-day life. Now we're going to take it down to a lower body stretch. So we're going to get into a 90-90 position. So we want to make sure that this front leg and our back leg is both sitting in a 90-degree position. We don't want to use our hands. What we're going to do is come up, switch, trying to maintain that 90-degree position. Then you're going to elevate this back foot using our hip rotators. So this one might be a little crampy, pinchy, but it's just showing that these muscles are underactive and we need to be utilizing them. Go ahead and rotate back and forth. If you kind of need to resituate yourself, that's okay. But again, coming back to 90 degrees here on both legs, slight elevation in that rear leg before we rotate to that other side and do a lift. Kind of pay attention to what leg might be moving a little bit more fluid. If there's one that's kind of giving you some more aches and pains, that's okay. These benches are kind of hard to do the stretch on. Elevate that back leg. Go ahead and give me one more per side. Beautiful. Go ahead and straighten it out. We're going to come into this is going to be more of a yoga position. Whatever, we're making it our own here. But we're going to be in a downward dog position. This is going to be really good for stretching our calves, our hamstrings, even maybe getting it into the glutes a little bit. Then we're going to work our weight forward as we come into a cobra position. Go back down, push into a downward dog. Go ahead and lower, curl up. You can kind of rotate, wiggle around into these positions. Good. These leggings are killing me. Okay. Good. Pushing back up into that downward dog. Just a couple more here. Kind of twisting, stretching different sides of the back. Come back down. Big deep breaths, because this is one that can kind of get our heart flowing or heart beating a little bit harder. Twist into it. Back down. And then we're going to come into a kneeling position. Again, this is going to be one that's more so targeted for our lower body. We're going to take a deep lunge position. This foot is more of our stabilizing foot. This rear leg is the one that we're going to be stretching. I want us to go ahead. You're going to reach back, grab this leg, maintain that balance. Try to use this front foot as a tripod and hug your right leg into your booty, trying to get this heel as close to your butt as you can. Maintaining balance, standing up nice and tall as I throw myself off. Again, find a spot that you can kind of focus on to help keep your center of balance, as I really can't. Man, like I said, this is an advanced stretch and we are challenging ourselves today. Sitting up nice and tall, just a couple more seconds here. If you need to cushion something like having a pillow or a bolster or blanket under this knee that we're stretching, sometimes that can be uncomfortable if we're not on the softest surface, so go ahead and find something comfortable and soft release into that one. Go ahead and switch sides. Make sure we're in a deep lunge position. We want our knee stacked over our ankle. Then same thing, where you're going to hug this left foot into our glute as close as possible. And again, kind of pay attention to if there is a side that we're a little bit more stable on, it's not as difficult to stay into that stretch. Big deep breaths. Holding good posture. And as you're breathing, try to pull that foot closer into, nothing we're forcing. If it's like too intense of a stretch, keep it where it's at. Beautiful. All righty. Okay, we're getting back into the PVC pipe stretches. So this is going to be a standing position. What I want us to do is, I'm going to show you up here for a second. I'll go down on the ground too to make sure. Can you see me all the way up here? That's better. Okay, we're going to be here on this back bench so you can make sure you see me, thanks to my great assistant. We're going to have a soft bend in our knees. We're not necessarily locking out, but we're going to be completely hinged at a 90-degree angle at our hips. And what we're going to do is open up as much as we can to create some torso rotation within this stretch. Big deep breaths. I want you to take an inhale and an exhale with each one before you go ahead and move to the other side. Try to fall a little deeper into it. Give me one more on each side. Back to center. Come up. Go ahead and ditch that PVC pipe. Beautiful. I got one last stretch for you. Whew. Like I said, this is challenging our balance, our core strength. We're getting really deep into these stretches. So for this next one, we're going to close it off with a good prayer stretch. I want you to find an elevated surface, maybe a couch, maybe a chair. We're going to come into a kneeling position. We're going to take some hands in a prayer position, and you're going to tuck your head between your arms on this one to create a good stretch throughout your lats, maybe into your shoulder a little bit, into your back. And sink as deep as you can into it. Beautiful. Rotate that arms through, going into a more straight position, keeping those hands together. Give me 2 more big breaths here. Last one. Beautiful. Nice and slow out of that one. All right, you guys, thanks for doing this advanced stretch class with me. This is going to be a good one to come back to and just get more fluid with the movements. Even for myself, I am a stretch coach, a stretch trainer. I help people stretch all day. And even some of these motions were pretty challenging for myself from a balance standpoint, not necessarily having the most optimal range of motion, but this is something we're going to integrate a little bit more just so that we can help everyone wherever they're at on their health and fitness journey with their flexibility and mobility goals. Keep getting better, keep seeing improvements. Maybe this is something that you kind of want to challenge outside of your comfort zone. Maybe this class was a really big struggle to do. Come back to it consistently so that we can keep growing and getting more fluid within those motions. Because again, when our bodies are like in their appropriate muscle length relationships that they need to be, we're going to be less likely for injuries. We're going to be moving better day to day. We're going to be performing better with our workouts. We're going to be able to reach our goals a lot more effectively. So grateful for you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. If there's anything you'd like to see in the future, please let me know. If you need any personal help, please shoot me a message. That's what I'm here for. I want to make a healthy lifestyle through simple habits a little easier and a lot more fun with the Built by Bai team. But I'm so extremely grateful. Go have a great week, and I will see you on next week's Bendy Stretch class.